Welcome back. Before we get into more reported speech, let's take a look at the example sentence from Part 1 together. Our original sentence is, Abdul said, I will finish the meeting minutes before I go home today. Our verbs are will finish and go. Remember that the modal will changes from the future to the past and becomes would, but the base verb remains the same. For the second verb, go, this back tenses to went. And remember that we also need to change the pronoun I in both places to he, since we are now talking about Abdul. So your answer should be, Abdul said that he would finish the meeting minutes before he went home today. Since the past and past perfect tenses are a little more difficult, let's take a look at another example. Let's say I use the sentence, Nuru said, I had worked with many people on aspiration 1 before I moved on to aspiration 2. Here we have two verbs, had worked, a past perfect, and moved, a simple past. To change this sentence to reported speech, I would first rewrite the name Nuru and the reporting verb said, followed by the noun clause, that she had worked with many people on aspiration 1 before she had moved on to aspiration 2. Since the original verb, had worked, is already in the past perfect, we cannot move the verb tense back any further, and it must remain in the past perfect. However, the verb moved is only in simple past and needs to be back tensed a little further to the past perfect to become had moved. You can also see here that, since we are now talking about Nuru, the pronoun I is changed to the third person singular, she. This makes it clear that Nuru is no longer talking about herself and that we are repeating the information that she gave. In the direct quote, Nuru was referring to herself in the first person with the use of the pronoun I. However, with reported speech, we are talking about Nuru and the things that she has done. So we change the point of view from the first to the third person. When you write meeting minutes and note verbal, you will have to do the same thing with direct quotes that people say or write. Because first and second person points of view are not accepted in meeting minutes and note verbal, everything that you write will need to be back tensed and put into reported or indirect speech. The one exception to the back tensing pattern is when you are reporting facts and general truths. If someone says something that is an objective fact, like the world is round, then you do not change the verb in the quote from simple present. Now that we've done a brief overview of reported speech, I hope you feel confident and prepared to write your note verbal and meeting minutes.